Yeah, what up? What up? Share this live out with at least two people. Yeah, Yusuf. Shout out to Yusuf. You already know. Yo, real talk. They just shut down my other page. That was crazy. In real time. So that's what happened, Apolline. They had shut down my page, King. So I was wondering what was happening. I was wondering what was happening. Share this live out with at least two people. Share this live out with at least two people. Share this live out with at least two people. Anybody else from the class, Fund the Millions? Anybody else from the class, Fund the Millions? If you're from the class and you want to continue sharing, raise your hand. Or not raise your hand. I mean, also. Send a request. Come up and build. Send a request. Send a request to come up and build. Let me send this out real quick, y'all. All right, so one of the things too that we spoke about, Cassandra, shout out to Cassandra. I think I seen you on there. Thank you for saying I'm amazing. I appreciate you. You are amazing, 100%, 100%. So one of the things, most people get stopped before we get started. And one of the reasons why we get stopped before we get started is because we feel alone. Let's be real. We feel alone. And to get a community like this where you can be loved, appreciated, heard, felt, and seen, this is one of a kind. Yes, you might find other places that can carry a similar frequency. Why? Because we're not alone on this planet. We got other people who can do this, and other people operate at a higher level. And that's what we aspire to be. We aspire to be our best selves, a better version of what we used to be. But the first thing we got to do is stop holding on to who we've been. We got to stop holding on to who we've been and start holding on and start detaching from all of these attachments, right? And the reason why I say this is because during this time, during this line of work, what I've realized and what I've figured out, and just from listening to all of these stories, the reason why we can't get ahead because we too stuck being behind, right? The reason why we can't get ahead is because we're too busy being behind. The reason why we can't operate in our greatness is because we're holding on to being good, right? All of these different things that I realized, but it comes down to this one principle: letting go. What must you let go in order to let in? What must you let go in order to let in? It's just that reality. If you want your dream home and right now you're not living in your dream home, then you need to let go of the home that you're currently living in to get into that dream state, right? Um, so just one of the things that I've used to help me was this formula of renovate, innovate, collaborate. So if y'all familiar with like real estate, in order for you to take that property to that next level, you must start to renovate how it is currently, right? So renovation process is taking out what doesn't work and adding more of what does work. So in your life, how are you eliminating things that don't really work to add to yourself to say, let me do more of the things that do work, right? So for me, it's practicing that attitude of gratitude. We spoke about this, and it's because it lends to frequency. It lends to you being thankful. It lends to you being a person that is happy, right? Gratitude allows you to be happy. And when you are feeling in this world, this is what creates your reality. When you feel, you make it real. All of these things make sense to me. Language creates the reality, happiness, feeling, all of that makes sense. Abilene, what's up, King? How you feeling? What was your take on the Fun 2 Millions classes this week?
Man, amazing, amazing, amazing. Um, Shout out to everybody that's on the live, that's from the Fun to Millions challenge. Y'all all did an amazing job with sharing, and I really just love how open everybody was, because the biggest problem is almost a disability, right? For us to express our emotions and to have that space, like, the accountability calls that we have, to have that space and have 250 people on those calls, and it's like 100 people with their hands raised. So it's so crazy that we have to do a live, right? Too many people to answer, but to hold that space and to see, so many people ready to break that barrier, ready to cure that disability was an amazing thing to me.
Absolutely. Give me your biggest takeaway or anything that stood out to you the most from this week.
Stood out to me the most. Um, I would say that there was a lot of people. I'm gonna say it this way: we both say this, right? We're more alike than different. So it was, and I think that we attract the people that we are. So it was a lot of similar people with similar stories in the building, on the calls, and that's, you know, just seeing that, right? Like how energy works. It's all facts, right? You attract who you are. So it was a lot of similar people in the building with similar stories, and yeah, that was my biggest takeaway because energy is my first language. English is my second.
Mm, absolutely. I got that. And I love that take too because I've seen a lot of people participating. And when we first came in there, we said be the most valuable participant. Be that person that's the most active in your life to make sure that you get the results that you truly want. And one of the things that I was asking Big Mogul before we got kicked off the other live was, how are you constantly like pouring into yourself basically so that way you could pour into others? Like what's giving you that motivation that you can go out there and inspire others, right? So the same thing would be for the people who was raising their hands. Like what gave you that motivation to get up there and speak about what you're dealing with, what you're going through? Because every time you share what you're going through, you're helping somebody else with what they're going through. So Big Mobile, for you, King, like what was it like for you seeing that, and also you being able to inspire people during a class yesterday and give good value?
Yo, bro, it was phenomenal. Um, it's like I'm fired up today, right? I woke up this morning excited with a lot of energy because of like seeing so many people being impacted by the work that we do, and it just really is like it motivates you to do more and more and more and more, because we all understand that the work that we do is bigger than all of us, and in order for us to truly accomplish the goals that we really set in place, it takes a collective. It's not one person. This is a we thing. So it just gives me excitement when I see people starting to pick it up and people start to get excited and we start to change these minds and break down barriers, bro. So I just got to shout out both of y'all, right? Because it's a collective. We all have our part in how we create success. So without the accountability, they wouldn't even be prepared for the information that we share, during class, right? Or the opportunities that we present. Like everything plays its part to create the success. So, you know, that's really how I'm on it.
Mm. So I got a couple things because I gotta run. I gotta catch this flight. Can't miss the flight. So one of the things that I like to talk about when it comes to accountability is what is actually accountability. Accountability is discipline and consistency, right? So having that discipline and consistency, real quick, Lane, for you, discipline and consistency, what does that look like for you?
Oh man, what it looks like for me is acting on your feelings. Like when you say you should be going to the gym, but do you do it? Like I'm talking about integrity. That's what it looks like for me. Like really having that integrity to know that you're putting your all out effort to do the things that you feel like you should do and know you should do.
Mm, absolutely. Absolutely. Love that. Who said they want to talk? You said you want to come up. Big Mo, for you, how you feel, King? Like, what's that take for you on discipline and consistency? What does that look like for you?
Um, Discipline and consistency. What does that look like for me, man? Um, it's like Apolline said, integrity, right? Like you being a man or woman of your word, right? That's really what that is. If I put something out, I need to make sure that I follow through on it, because if I don't follow through on it, then it's a chain reaction.
Is it just me or I can't?
Nah,
I don't hear Mo.
I think somebody was calling him or something, or usually when you go live, somebody be hitting us up. So oh, he got kicked out.
Well, discipline and consistency,
Discipline,
baby.
integrity, right? People dropping that in the chat. So, um, before I go, I want to say these few things, right? The first thing I want to say is loosen up the grip on yourself, because what I notice is that we are a little too uptight when it comes to the results that we have. So we might be complaining about the results that we got, and we might say, "Damn, you know what? Like, I'm not where I want to be," and it's okay that you're not where you want to be. You're not where you want to be, and that's fine. But you're not where you used to be, and that's where we're at with that. You're not where you used to be, and that's what matters. So Yusuf, we bring you up, King. Yusuf, you on?
Yo,
So
yo.
come through real quick because we got to dip off. Well, I got to jump off. So
Hold on, I'm walking back upstairs to my
all
phone.
right, bet. So one of the things that that we want to focus on is a commitment to not staying the same. Whatever whatever it is that you want to do, the commitment must be to not stay the same. I'm sorry. I can't stay the same from last year. I'm sorry. I can't make the same money this year that I made last year. I'm sorry. I can't be the same person this year that I was last year. I'm sorry. I can't have the same relationships, and I can't like tolerate negative self-talk. I can't tolerate negative energy. I'm sorry. Right. And these have to be the things that change your situation, because money won't solve your problem. In reality, you got problems bigger than money can solve. I'm telling you right now that it ain't about the money. Like, this is how it always happens. All I need is $5,000 a month. You get $5,000 a month. Damn. All I
You
need
need
is
more.
$10,000 a month. Get $10,000 a month. Damn, I need some more. All I need is $20,000, and you get 20,000. It's not the money, y'all. It's really an internal work. It's not the hard work. It's the hard work, and that's where we need to be focused at. Go ahead, King.
Nah, really, the thing that man, the one thing that you say every single day is language. And
Mm.
I tell everybody that I talk to, like on a daily basis, especially my fiance. So, like, she have a negative mindset, basically. But every time she says, dang, I want to do this, but I say, stop that, stop. Because why are you throwing a but in there? Like, why can't you do it? So that right there was my number one favorite thing, because you said it every single day. And every time somebody was talking, I picked out the negative stuff before I even heard the positive stuff. Because I'm like, I'm literally just like you when it comes to that. I'm like, why are you saying that? Like, stop saying, I think. Why can't you just say, I'm going to do this? Because I even talked to Anthony earlier, and he was like, or no, I told him, I gotta do my best I gotta try to figure this out, how to get this $1,500. I said, nah, let me change that. I typed it back. I said, I'm gonna figure out how to get this $1,500, because at the end of the day, it really is language. Because I mean, yeah, it comes to your head, and once you speak it out, then you gonna end up believing it. So it's like, once it comes to your head, don't even speak it out if it's negative,
Right.
because if you talk negative, then it's gonna be negative. And if you listen to people that's negative, it just keep going on and on and on and on and on. So
Language is
man,
language. I
yeah,
love
bro.
it.
Because
You
I
know
say
what?
that every day. Like,
One
I
of my
preach it to
favorite.
my fiance.
Let me say this real quick, because
Yeah,
I don't want to cut the conversation, because I like where y'all going with this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna turn my camera off, so I'm not distracting y'all, because I am gonna move around in a bit, but I'm gonna let y'all carry out that conversation. All right,
Mm-hmm.
just so that's clear. All right, go ahead, fellas.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. I love where you was going with it, brother. Cause one of my favorite sayings. I don't know. I kind of speak like Yoda from Star Wars, right? But one of the things I say is speak yourself into existence.
Yeah.
Speak your life into existence.
Yep.
Cause just like you said, I think I'm gonna do this. I want to do this. When you say I'm gonna do this, you will figure it out.
Yeah. Right.
It's a lot of people, and I'm not sure if you're from the Fun to Millions challenge. Drop Fun to Millions in the chat. But it's a lot of people that get so stuck on credit. Like my credit's not right. My credit's not right. It takes a certain mindset to see that you have a lot of opportunities around you.
Mm-hmm.
What's your grandmother credit look like?
Yeah.
Grandma credit probably good. What
Or if
one
not
of your
her,
best
somebody.
friends credit look like? Or how about you find somebody that credit isn't that bad and you take all the strategies that you learned from class and fix their credit.
Yep.
And then y'all get funded together, invest together, but people just be like, just stuck in that straight, it's tunnel vision, right?
Yeah.
But we need this. It's something that's called holotropic perspective, which means that you kind of have this bird eyes view.
Mm-hmm.
Right there is where we really fund ourselves to the millions.
And then see, another thing is, I feel like everybody don't move on things that they want to move on because they're scared. So, like for me, I always look up a motivational quote, a different one every single day. But there has been one motivational quote that I saw, I'd say it was probably a month ago, and I don't know if you've seen it in the class that we would do every morning. I always type it out, and it literally says, "Forgive the past version of you, believe in the current version of you, and create a future version of you." And bro, because every single time, every time I say it, every time I see it, every time I listen to it, I'm like, that is the realest thing that I've ever heard. Because at the end of the day, some people don't move on the stuff that they want to move on because they can't forgive their past. Like, for example, let's just say I'm not going to do this business because my last business fucked up. You know what I mean? And that's fear that was put into you, either if it was by you, by your parents. Most of it, the crazy thing about it, most of it can be from your family that most people don't understand. So like, whenever I hear somebody talking to their parents about something and their parents automatically jump on them and be like, nah, I can't, I don't think that's a smart idea. For me, I'm not going to talk to somebody that's going to automatically be negative about something. So like,
Show me your
for
results. I
you
don't
feel
care who
me?
it is. Show me your results.
You feel me?
Show me
So
the
like,
results
for
of
example,
your mindset. That's when we gonna agree on something.
yeah. So for example, like my mom, like I won't tell my mom certain things because she's scared to invest in herself. She's scared to move forward. She want to do that 9 to 5. Me, 9 to 5 ain't for me.
Yes.
It's never been for
So you
me.
can't give
It's,
me advice.
you know what I mean.
You
So
can't give me
I talk to my
advice. I don't care.
stepdad.
Like honestly, bro. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry I keep cutting you off, but it's
Nah, you
like
good.
we gotta have that passion and know like just that discernment.
Mm-hmm.
What's your results from the mindset that you have? Why should I be taking advice from you? I don't care who it
Exactly.
is.
Yeah, that's true. Damn, I need them to do this every morning. Bump stopping just today.
Yeah, we gonna be running these lives, man.
Mm-hmm.
I talk to crew about it, but anybody that's from funds to millions, you know, yeah, we gotta run these calls, man, because y'all are in this space for a reason, right?
Yeah.
Because you have a certain mindset, you have a certain perspective. So once you start acting on your perspective, once you start acting on your feelings and the things you believe,
Mm-hmm.
your whole world just changes, like
Yeah.
almost instantaneously.
Yeah. That's facts. And and another thing is, a lot of people, like for example, somebody said something earlier about how, I think, I forgot who. I think it was the woman who said she was 51, and she said that she likes to, or it was time for her to talk to these millennials to get more, like more gems and stuff. A lot of things that or that I've noticed, that most people that's older than me, because I'm only 20, I just turned 28 like 2 weeks ago. But whenever I try to help people that's older than me understand what I'm trying to say, They like, what you know? You don't know nothing. You younger than me. I've been on this earth longer than you. But I'm like, bro, I used to be to the point to where I argue with them, but now to the point I'm just like, all right, if you want to be ignorant about the subject, all right, cool. But somebody gonna listen. Like I had an hour-long conversation with my aunt yesterday, and she is, I want to say she's like 43. And I told her, I was like, I respect you more than I respect any of our family because you listen to me whenever I have advice for you. And I'm damn near 20 years younger than you. And whenever she responded, she was just like, because like I understand that you have more information about things than I do. And you get in all this a lot earlier than I did. So why would I not listen to you? And when she said, I was like, damn, okay. I appreciate that. I appreciate it.
Mm,
But yeah,
that's
man,
powerful.
this week has been crazy. Like I even started a fast on Sunday to do a 5-day fast. So today was my last. Well, yesterday was my last day. Man, I went a whole 5 days without eating, just
Mm.
water. So yeah, man, this definitely got me to where I want to be.
Hey, everybody drop congratulations in the chat because that's the accountability we talking about.
Yeah,
That's the accountability we talking about. You know, because it's a habit, right? It's about mastering your habits because the way you do one thing is the way you're gonna do everything.
Everything I say that every day.
You know, so things like fasting, it's a discipline. It's something that is a struggle, right? Like we kind of comfort ourselves with food sometimes. Like you probably eat more than you need to sometimes, but to say I'm gonna cut off the things that make me comfortable, even it doesn't matter how painful it is. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and push through that for that amount of time means that you could do that in other areas of your life.
And the crazy thing about it all, like I mean, Cruz say it all the time. It's all up here. Everything is all up here. Most people, when they think of a fast, or even when they try, they like, oh, this is gonna be the hardest thing I've ever done. But if you actually sit there and try it, and you just like just
Breathe through it.
relax, bro. Just
Breathe through
you
it.
know what I mean. Just breathe. Like
Right.
once you get past that first day, you're like, damn, I actually can do this. Then you get past that second day, you're like, okay, you don't even think about food. Like your mind is so clear. I don't know. I have no idea how because you ain't got no food, but everything is so clear and you can do anything.
let me
Mm-hmm.
break that down real quick. Because I love what y'all saying, and thank y'all for holding that conversation for us, right? As I mentioned before, we're trained to be for what's against us and against what's for us. So what happens is we think that we need to eat 3 times a day. We don't. That's just what's been pushed on us because it's an agenda to create more money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Breakfast, this whole idea of breakfast, eggs are not healthy. Let's just be
I
honest
don't
here.
even eat breakfast.
I'm just saying. I mean, when breakfast is, and I always talk about language. Breakfast is really breaking your fast. They say
Mm-hmm.
they say don't eat cake for breakfast. What is a pancake? What is a waffle with strawberry? Like
Yeah.
what is French toast with icing? Like what is the French toast with the white powder on it? What is this? They say don't eat cookies for breakfast. What is a coffee? Like what is that? A latte? Like what is it? And when you break it
They
down, it's all the same stuff. So we're trained to be against what's for us and for what's against the same thing when it comes to music. So a lot of us are operating backwards. There's an order in which the way we do things. For example, if I say Johnny bit the dog, you might be like, damn, Johnny a little crazy. But if I said the dog bit Johnny, it's the same exact words, but it's a different order. If I say, dog bit Johnny, now you're like, oh, damn, Johnny okay? So now it starts to resonate with you differently.
yeah.
And when I say what you tune into is what you turn into, this is just a fact. So we have been eating and digesting foods that are making us lazy, lethargic, and making us feel out of our character. So, for example, when you go to your family's house for Thanksgiving and you're eating up all of this food, what's the first thing that happens after like the second plate, or maybe the first plate? Because the first plate be looking like this, right, piled up to the top. You be throwing anything and everything. This is your one day where you feel I'm not gonna be judged by eating whatever I want to eat. I'm just gonna pick everything, and then
I had a
the second, the second plate, then you're like, damn, I ain't even eat the mac and cheese.
yeah.
Yeah, you know, don't eat my mac and cheese though. I'm saving that, yo. I'm saving that. Put that up. So you start to do this thing where what you want to consume is bigger than what you can consume. So your body puts you in a state of sleep or a state of relaxation to help it repair itself.
Mm-hmm.
So now when we're putting our body through so much stress, so much trauma, you cannot operate at your highest frequency. So you ever like play sports, but before you play sports, you did something you thought was helpful, which is like eat a lot, and then you went out and like, damn, I got a stomach ache, or damn, I feel I can't move.
Can
It's
I
because,
pause you right there?
yeah, go ahead.
I did that. I did that one time, never again. When I was probably like 14 years old, I ate breakfast before a baseball game, and during that next baseball game, rounded first, I had to throw up.
Right.
I literally had to come out of the game like, yo, I got So that's why I do not eat before I play sports.
Right. So, and I love that because you brought me to a point. As I mentioned, like what you see, what you tune into is what you turn into, but the other part is frequency, right? Like your frequency is based upon what you see frequently, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what you see frequently changes your frequency. So depending on where you're at, depending on the environment, you can be shifted and changed and shaped into something that is a product of the environment or whatever.
Yeah.
When you're ingesting food, is it real food? Is it live food? Is it fruits and vegetables? For most of us, it's not. It's junk food. It's processed
Mm-hmm.
food. It's curated food because food has turned into entertainment. So
Yeah.
people want to be entertained with the food, right? Food has turned into a comfort. So people want to be comforted with the food. It's not about nourishing with the food. So we're eating other beings. You're eating other beings that are being slaughtered, right? So if we're eating other beings that's being slaughtered, what's happening if that being is being slaughtered? That being has muscles, tissues, ligaments, all these different vibrations in them at that moment where they might feel scared, anxious, and afraid, and then they die at that moment. Those what we will call frequencies are still running through their body, right? At that
Mm-hmm.
moment. And then what we do is we ingest that. We eat that. And then while we're eating that, no wonder why we can't have a nice conversation with our brothers and sisters. No wonder
Yeah.
why we can't be nice to ourselves. No wonder why we see things in a negative way. No wonder why, because that animal saw negative. That animal saw negative before it died. That animal it was just completely in a state of shock, right? In a limited mindset. And when you are fasting, you're releasing yourselves from those toxins that's allowing you to think again clearly. That's
Mm-hmm.
allowing you to actually think about what you're doing. That's making you feel good. A lot of times people don't eat to feel good, y'all. They eat to feel full. Why? Because they have an empty cup.
Boy.
Mm.
Well, say
Mm.
that again.
People don't eat to feel nourished. They eat to feel full because they have an empty cup.
Mm-hmm.
So food is comforting. So when I'm eating the food, I'm enjoying this because it's like, damn, somebody loves me. Damn, somebody's making me feel good. Oh, damn, my food ain't talking back to me. Oh, my food ain't begging me for no money. Oh, my food ain't asking me to do nothing. Oh, my food ain't making me one-sided. My food is loving on me. And I'm going to love eating this food, not realizing what happens is there's a consequence for every action. And
Mm-hmm.
the consequence for eating poorly is that you pay with your health and you also pay with your money. So for me, I'd rather pay with my money and keep my health.
Mm-hmm.
So when you pay with your health and you pay with your money, what happens is you get sick. When you get sick, they give you a pill. You take the pill. You think that you're getting better, but the pill is masking the emotions. The pill is masking the receptors. Everything that's created in this world was most likely shaped after a human or made after the human design. The phone, right? The way that you get notifications, the first notifications come from where? Your senses. When you was rounding those bases to get after you hit that ball, your senses came up. You got a notification. Oh, what I'm doing is not in alignment with my assignment. However, we've been taught to ignore the notifications. Don't worry about that. Just get a pill, and you'll be fine. So then the notifications get blocked, which these receptors, they get blocked, and now we're still going through the pain, we just don't feel it.
Yeah.
So later on, it manifests itself in other areas. So you might have low tolerance, you might have low capacity, you might have what they've been calling on to people these days, ADHD. You might be bipolar. You might have all of these things, but in reality, what it is you are holding on to trauma and you're ingesting trauma. Let's look at the videos that we watch. Movies. Most popular movies got to deal with some crime, some treachery, some type of distractions of who you could truly be. And the problem with that is because whoever has your attention has your ascension. So if you're only listening to music, movies, entertainment, news, you're being fed like what we would call fear tactics. And this is preyed on women a lot. They prey on women with fear the most because it's easier to scare a woman than it is to scare a man. That's what they would say. So, and it's so weird too because a lot of women like to watch true crimes, right? Like, so they'll watch things that would scare them at night. It would keep them from being in a home. So what they do is they use psychological triggers to make you do things out of your alignment. So for example, when they're watching the true crimes and they're watching like the Lifetime or whatever that's out nowadays, what's happening is this. They're telling you to be careful to be home alone, right? Because somebody could break in and kidnap you. They're telling you to be careful when you walk the streets alone because somebody could kidnap you or hurt you or harm you, right? And what they do, what that makes a woman think is that, damn, I need to be with a man. And psychologically, it's her yearning to be with a man, so she ends up staying with the wrong man just so that she could not feel all of these other things that the society has put on them. And women don't really know that they're the best of the best, top of the top naturally. Like a woman is naturally made this way to be a goddess, right? Naturally. A man has to work to become that God. He has to work to become that God. A woman should be working too. But what I'm saying is, we have been so out of alignment that we're feeling struggle. So one of the ways to eliminate the struggle and get back to a place of prosperity is not going to be the money. Unfortunately, I know some of y'all think it is. It's not.
It ain't at
There's
all.
people with billions of dollars who commit suicide. Why? Because you have problems that's bigger than money. You have problems money cannot solve. So how do we get to the state of happiness? It's a frequency. It's a feeling. It's called environment. I know you have family. That's cool. But some family ain't even family, all right? Some people who love you will hate you, right? Some people who love you will hurt you. And we understand that these things are here, but it's up to you to create your own family. This is why a man and a woman can go out and create a new family. But let me give y'all a little secret about what used to happen real quick before I turn it back over to the fellas. We have been brainwashed for how to speak and interact with each other. So I don't know if most of y'all know, but marriage was sex trafficking. Okay? When marriage first came into place, marriage was sex trafficking. They trained women up to believe that they're supposed to be married. By the age of 2 or 3, they're sticking a doll baby in their hands. They're telling them to become mothers. But what you're not understanding, right, is that they're teaching a girl to become a single mom. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You ain't think about this one, though, right?
I never thought about
They're
that.
teaching the girl to become a single mom. Because what do they do with the boys? Nah, don't play with that doll, baby. Nah, don't. How? How was he supposed to be a father if he never learned how to play with a doll? If he never learned how to take care of a child? How could he be a father? So you got to give each other grace because you have to understand that there's powers at B that's playing mind games because this is about psychological warfare. See, slavery used to be physically, now it's mentally. So it's a psychological warfare. It's a warfare for your mind. I told you already, whoever has your attention has your ascension. So when you come into school, the way that they teach you is they say you as a black person, you have been enslaved. They start your history at slavery. So that way you think, oh, damn, I was a slave and now I'm free. I got to be thankful to people who are in front of me right now. And, I got to understand and fight for the cause of not being slave, where that's more perpetual slavery. That's how
They
you
won't let it
entrap the
go.
person in the mind, right? I don't
They won't let
subscribe
it
to
go.
that. I don't subscribe to it because it's a brainwashing to make you feel less than. And then you
Yeah.
say words like, I'm the minority. When you're the minority, then damn, you ain't got a real vote.
But
When you're the minority, damn, you ain't got a real choice. Wait a minute, hold on. Don't you feel like your votes don't matter? Wait a minute. Don't you feel like you don't have a choice in life? Wait, where is this coming from? So when I talk about the whole marriage being a sex trafficking, I'm going to show you how too. Marriage was sex trafficking. The fathers used to take their daughters and sell their daughters to another man to get money and wealth and resources for their community. Tell me I'm lying, y'all. Y'all tell me I'm lying about this. So what was happening was these fathers are selling their daughters off. That's what we call arranged marriages. What you think the arrangement was? What do you think? Let me tell you right now. Any guy that's a man that has a daughter, he is not giving up his daughter to everybody. In fact, he don't even want his daughter dating nobody. Let's just be real
that
here.
part.
Okay, so for the parents to create what we call arranged marriages, what did you think the arrangement was? So on the flip side, you got a son, you're gonna sell your son off. So I'm gonna go sell my son. My son is a little handsome, he about to be the king. I'm gonna go sell him off. Who can I get? Because I need some more slaves in this place. I need some more people to work for us and build our empire that we already got. Let me go get my son and have my son pimp my son out and have my son go marry some other daughter that's lower level than what we are. So that way when they family come in, they respect us, they treat us nicely, and that they do what we said to do.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know that that's where you come from because they only teach you about this certain level. So you grow up thinking that you got free choice. You grow up thinking that you got free will, and you don't. You're sucked into an environment that's beating you, that's stripping you of what your capabilities are. So I want everybody to feel empowered, especially the women. Like the reason why I keep saying it, because men already got power. Men already got the juice, but the women don't feel like they have the juice. And the craziest thing is that we tear each other down before we build each other up. You got women throwing backhanded compliments to each other. You got women being shady. They're supposed to be friends, but you sleeping with her man, or you got this going on or that. And the reality is, y'all, knock it off. All the
Yo, crew,
noise.
Right.
hold up,
I could have interrupted that
because
so
you know
many
what?
times because all that was good.
You know what I feel?
But
I
hold on,
feel
I'm gonna let
that
y'all go. I'm gonna turn my camera off. Y'all go ahead. Y'all continue doing y'all.
uh, yeah, what I want to say is I feel like women do feel that they got the juice though, but do they? Is it
Hold on,
internalized?
real quick. I gotta jump back
Yeah,
in on that real fast.
exactly. Because you know what I'm
Hold
about
on,
to
hold
say.
on.
Hold up, because
What we are trained to be for what's against us and against what's for us. With the juice that women think they got is the juice that's between their legs. That's the juice that they think they got. That's not juice. Well, that's a good juice. You know what I'm saying? That's a good juice.
What?
I like that juice. You know what I'm saying? I like that juice. That's juicy. But what I'm saying is, you got to know that with your abilities to be the best person, you got to be a leader too. As a woman, you should be leading as well. As a woman, you should be making your own money.
Yeah.
As a woman, you should be setting the foundation for success. As a woman, you should be a leader and an example to other people. I'm not talking about the juice where, oh, my pussy got power, and yeah, since I'm a woman and I'm blessing you with my presence, you need to take me out on a 5-star dinner date the very first day I see you, and because I'm worth it. Or in fact, just because I'm a woman, I'm gonna go use you, and I'm gonna take you to have a dinner just because I don't really like you, but you're gonna pay for dinner for me. That's not power, my boy. You get what I'm saying? So let's just make sure we get that out the way. I know you ain't saying that. I'm just saying, let's make sure we get that out the way. That is what they're trained to think that they are. So now men who understand what that is, they don't want a woman like that. So now you perpetuate the cycle. You perpetuate the cycle of men and women tearing each other down. Because now a man knows that's not a position for a woman to be a 304 woman. We know that. We know she shouldn't be out here giving her body to any and everybody because biologically, a woman is supposed to be seated with one man. She can't have 2, 3, 4, 5 baby fathers in one sitting, but a man can impregnate 2, 3 women right now. So biologically, they are differently designed, and that's for a reason. Because a woman is the portal to life. The woman that's a portal to life, you need to be protected, not injected. You don't need to be like that. You should be selected and selective. So a woman's power is different because they hold up a standard of nurturing. They hold up a standard of love. They hold up a standard of connection and fostering what we truly need to have. It ain't about running around here as a masculine man all day because even a masculine man is nurturing. Even a masculine man is protective. But a woman needs to have all of those sides too. A woman should be protective of her family, her man. A woman should be protective of herself. So whatever you think that the man should have, the woman should have too, but together they have more. My
Yeah.
bad, y'all. I ain't mean to come in and do all that
Nah,
unpolite. I just wanted to set that
Nah,
record straight.
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
damn.
So we we need a higher level of the word or the phrase "I know," because that phrase "I know" really is just defending a belief for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
To me, when most people say "I know," it's usually I heard of it, but I haven't experienced it.
Oh,
So
yes.
so when I was talking about, I feel like females feel these things like that power. We never don't know who we are. It's never a point in time where we don't know who we are, what we want to do. But anytime we start stepping into I know is when we start limiting our imagination to get to that point. That's the logical mind versus the imaginative mind.
And that's why they always tell you to become a student and stay a student. Because at the end of the day, somebody's always really gonna know more than you. I don't care who you are. Somebody is always going to know more. So, like for example, like if okay, actually, I take it to this. So whenever somebody was talking about making, I think it was Smitty. Smitty was talking about how he had got to the point to where he made his first million or maybe even more, and then he paid $60,000 to somebody to have their mentorship because they knew more. So like at the end of the day, you might want to get to another level, but once you reach that level, you always gonna want more because that's just human.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't pay him because he knew more. He paid him because he experienced more. Experience is different from knowing. That's why I said we need a different, like the language thing is so important because like the mindset mogul will say, yeah, I know I should be doing this, but do you do it? So it's, to me, knowing is almost that level of, okay, what would I say? It's that level of imagination. Like, yeah, it's out there, but did you experience it? I think experience is the real knowing, but when people say I know, it's almost like holding on to a belief.
And I'm really glad. I'm glad that you even said that it's not even not know. It's the not knowing part. It's the experience part. Because me, I don't ever. If I have any type of business idea, I'm not gonna go to somebody that just knows about the business and they're gonna be like, that's a good idea, but I don't think it's gonna work. I'm gonna go to somebody who did it because they have the experience. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely glad you said it's not the knowing part, it's the experience part, because that is the truth.
All right, so what's going on, y'all? What's going on? Drop how you feeling in the chat. Drop some concepts you want us to talk on. Matter of fact, I'm about to dip off in a minute too. I'm out here in Miami right now. Got to meet up with my business partner in like 30 minutes.
Yeah, bro, I'm definitely gonna follow you too because yeah, I can talk this stuff every day.
Yeah, I think we need the whole the space to do this, because these are the kind of conversations that we need to have online for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So if you haven't followed me, follow me now. If you haven't followed the fellas, follow them now. Just click
Man,
the arrow.
I done followed you since you came on Monday, boy.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Monday at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, that's my guy. So we're gonna stay locked in. Yo, we're live in Miami. If y'all want to come meet up with us in person in the flesh, we're live in Miami for today and tomorrow. This is June 7th and June 8th. We got a mogul meetup. Anytime y'all want to meet up, as long as y'all tap into the community, we got the mogul meetups where y'all can see us in person and build with us and get this game and get this value. So this week we're doing podcast mastery, content creation, and just growing your audience and your brand. So that's what we're doing today and tomorrow.
Do y'all have
On June,
like somewhere? Do y'all have? I'm sorry to interrupt, but do you have something for people that's like not there? Because God, that
oh,
is something I've always
virtual.
wanted to do. Yeah.
We got a virtual one for Atlanta. So we're in Atlanta June 14th to June 15th. We got a virtual viewing. We have a speaking engagement. So we're gonna have some speakers come in. We're gonna help you grow your content. We're gonna show you the viral tricks to allow you to get to that next level. But also we're gonna put you in a position of power to share your story, right? Talk about the things you've been through, and that is going to be our It's Your Turn to Speak mastermind. This is at a mansion. This is in Atlanta. It's a private event. So if y'all want to come through, let me know. DM me Mogul Meetup Atlanta, and I'll send you the details. DM me Mogul Meetup Miami, and I'll send you the details for there. And then as we continue to go, we got other cities. We got New York coming up. We got what we got? We got where's that place that Providence? Where's the other one at? That Kiana's from. What's the other one that's Kiana's from? I forgot right now. But we got a whole map, so we're just gonna put out the map, and people can just look at the map and see where we're meeting at. Because we got a lot of dates. We got Pennsylvania, we got Philly. Where else we got in there? We got California. We got North Carolina. We got South Carolina. We got a
See,
lot.
that's where I'm at. I need you to send me this.
Delaware.
I need you to send me this.
Yeah, just hit me up in a DM, and we're gonna send all that out. But we got Delaware. That's what it is. V said it. Delaware. So whoever's in Delaware area, we got that as well. Tallahassee, we don't got that on the list, but if y'all want us to come to y'all places, send us a request in a DM, and we'll put that together so we can come to y'all as well to do this meetups in person. It's one thing to meet in the Zoom, y'all, but it's a whole nother thing to meet in the room. And being able to meet in the room is something special that y'all feel. It's something amazing. Cassandra, where you at? Let us know. Let us know where you at. We'll come. Send me a DM and let me know your city, and we'll pull up into those cities, put something together to have that happen. But I want to say this is my last piece, and I said it before. You may not be where you want to be, but you're right where you need to be because you're not where you used to be. I believe that the best thing that you could do is invest into yourself, believe into yourself, and operate with the frequency that everything is going to work because it is. You are abundant already. You are whole. You are complete. You are already amazing. And the reality is this: your mind is your greatest weakness and your greatest strength. So whatever you believe, you will achieve. Whether that's you disbelieving or whether that's you believing that you can get things done. Shout out to my guys, Yusuf, and shout out to my guy, Apolline Magic Mogul. I want to send everybody love and healing energy. Do your thing this weekend. Enjoy yourself. Go out and live life to the fullest because you are the best of the best. You're the top of the top, the cream of the crop. There's nothing that's going to stop you. You are amazing. You are whole. You are complete. Everybody wants these 5 things, and everybody wants to feel loved, appreciated, heard, felt, and seen, but you got to do it for yourself first before you can do it for anyone else. Fellas, go ahead, let them know a little bit and take us out. I'm out of here, y'all. I got to go catch this flight. Mindset Mogul done. It was a pleasure to see y'all, pleasure to meet y'all. Stay tapped in so we can lock in and do what we do. Peace, love, and beautiful energy to everybody.
And also, I love all y'all. I appreciate all y'all, but I gotta go get this haircut because I'm looking a little rough.
Yeah, make sure you follow the Mindset Mogul, follow my guy, follow myself. You know, everything is accessible.
All right, yeah, I already followed both of y'all, bro.
Yeah.
So we
And we'll
locked
be
in.
doing more of these lives, so make sure you follow everybody that's on this live right now. If you was loving what's going on, drop the word love in the chat and make sure you follow everybody. And we'll be jumping on in a couple days. So peace out, family. Peace.
Don't forget, Miami. We in Miami today and tomorrow. We got Atlanta, June 14th and 15th. If y'all want to get down with it, let us know. Hopefully you're funding yourself to millions. We gave you the blueprint this week. Today we got one more class. So let's lock in, y'all. Peace, love, and beautiful energy.